You know that strange, twisted paradox? The one where the moment you try to prove you're healed, you're already acting like someone who still believes they're broken. It's a cosmic joke, really. Like trying to prove you're relaxed by shouting, "I'm relaxed, damn it!" The universe looks at you, smirks and says, "Sweetheart, when you stop needing to prove it, you'll just be it." Because every time you check the wound to see if it's healed, you reopen it. And every time you chase approval, you declare you don't yet approve of yourself. You see, the loop isn't evil. It's educational. It's the soul's algorithm, teaching through contrast. Like a fire alarm that only rings until you finally notice, "Oh, I'm already safe." So let's chunk up to the big picture for a second. Maybe all this chasing for love, for validation, for applause, was never about getting it from others, but about recognizing the echo of your own voice, calling you home. You've always been the teacher and the student, the healer, and the one who forgot they were whole. Science calls it neuroplasticity, the brain rewiring itself every time you choose a new thought. Spirit calls it alchemy, turning the heavy lead of shame into the gold of awareness. And both are right, because what you practice, you become. Neurons that fire together wire together. Beliefs that repeat become identities. And identities, they shape the frequency you vibrate on, which shapes your entire reality. So let's chunk down now. Tiny, ordinary examples. You breathe automatically. You blink without proving your eyelids work. You digest food without announcing it to the world. And yet somehow, when it comes to your being, you think you need permission. You think you need applause. But your worth, your enoughness, your weird radiant spark, it's a biological constant, not a popularity contest. When you were 5, you didn't care if people thought your dinosaur drawing was weird. You just roared and coloured outside the lines. You didn't ask, "Am I good enough?" You were enough, because you were you. That was before the world taught you to trade authenticity for acceptance. Before you believed the bullshit that safety equals sameness. And now you're waking up. You're realising not caring what others think isn't rebellion. It's alignment. It's not middle fingers and defiance. It's peace. It's finally fucking peace. Because when you stop caring about being misunderstood, you start understanding yourself. And that's when intuition switches on like a damn lighthouse. That's when spiritual gifts activate. Not as superpowers, but as clarity. You begin to feel truth, to see energy, to decode meaning in silence, because your nervous system, it isn't busy chasing approval anymore. You start channeling, not from desperation, but from coherence, from being the instrument, not the noise. Now imagine this. You stop trying to prove that you're healed. You just live healed. You stop trying to show coherence. You just are confident. You stop trying to convince people you're good enough. You live like someone who already knows. And people feel it. They sense the frequency shift. You stop being magnetic because you're chasing. You become magnetic because you're still. That's not arrogance. That's resonance. But let's be honest, fear still whispers, doesn't it? What if they reject me? What if they think I'm weird? Good. Let them. Because the people meant for your frequency, they won't misunderstand it. They'll recognize it. You don't need to lower your vibration to be digestible. You raise it. And let the ones ready to rise with you. It's spiritual physics. What resonates stays. What doesn't falls away. Here's the kicker. You're not healing to become enough. You're remembering. You always were. The game was rigged in your favour the moment you realised. You don't have to play by anyone else's rules. Call it karma. Call it neuroscience. Call it common sense. The consequence of denying who you are is living a life that never feels like yours. The reward of authenticity, it's peace so deep it doesn't need witness. And somewhere deep down, your subconscious nods like, yeah, I already knew this. Because healing isn't adding more light. It's removing what blocks it. Not a process of becoming, but a return to what was never lost. So maybe the only proof you ever needed is how little you need to prove anymore. When you no longer chase validation, you begin to embody vibration. When you no longer perform healing, you become whole. When you no longer seek permission, you become power. That's the paradox. The medicine disguised as madness. The divine joke with perfect comedic timing. So breathe. Be weird. Be wild. Be you. And the world, the real one, the one that responds to your frequency, will rise to meet the signal of your truth.